Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is the Raptor, and welcome back to another one of my reaction videos. So today I'm going to be reacting to the new episode of Death Battle which just came out, which is Zuko versus Shoto Todoroki. Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and Todoroki from My Hero Academia. Now, thankfully I wasn't spoiled on this one. I turned off comments for like everything that I possibly could have regarding YouTube and stuff like that. So if someone did spoil it in my comment section, I didn't see it, thankfully. Although if you did spoil it in the comment section, and even though I didn't see it, still, shame on you. Don't do that. That's not nice. But anyway, I'm excited for this fight. It feels like a while since I made the prediction for it. It feels like it's been a while for some reason, even though it's only been 2 weeks. But in terms of what I said in my prediction, back then I said that I thought that Todoroki would win, and as of right now, I still feel that way. Obviously, the analyses could change my mind. They could come up with some feats or some statistics or stuff like that that could turn it more in Zuko's favor. But as I see right now, the biggest thing that Zuko has going for him is his fighting ability. Like he's a much better martial artist, up close, hand-to-hand combatant than Todoroki is. Todoroki's no slouch, but Zuko's just better, But in terms of, he might have an advantage in terms of speed too. It's a little weird how they're gonna do the whole like electricity, lightning thing, because both of those characters could theoretically scale those kinds of things, but I don't know what Death Battle is going to do yet. But just in terms of overall attack power and durability and, being able to produce attacks, the speed of attacks, it seems like Todoroki has all of those advantages. It seems like he's much more powerful, he's much more durable, and he can make crazy amounts of fire and ice, like within seconds or within the blink of an eye, you know what I mean? So it's pretty crazy. Obviously, again, Death Battle could prove me wrong, and I'm going to make another prediction after I hear the analyses and everything like that, but as of right now, I think that Todoroki's going to win. But let's just leave it for the video to decide. Let's get on with it. Any minute now. Why is Rooster Teeth so slow at this stuff? You know what, I'm going to skip ahead to... Okay, we're good.
With all those out there, there's bound to be plenty with angsty daddy issues. You mean like
Yep.
you?
Ah, damn it, come on.
Silly anime character. Like Prince
What?
Zuko, the fire-bending hunter of the
Zuko?
Avatar, The Last Airbender. And Shoto Todoroki, the prodigal son of fire and ice from My Hero Academia.
Hell yeah.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
They're both cool
And
characters,
it's
even
our
though I
job to
don't have a
analyze their
ton of
weapons, armor,
knowledge
and skills
on
to
either
find
one.
out who would win a death battle.
Okay, so that's the animation. Nice.
Water, earth, fire, air. The 4 elemental nations once coexisted peacefully.
If
And
Zuko
everything
wins this, then
changed
Avatar
when
is like the
Fire
best
Nation
record in
attacked.
Death Battle
Yeah,
history.
the cranky old Fire Lord went and conquered basically the whole world. And 100 years
Right.
later, the equally powerful Master of Fire, Ozai, continued
Ozai,
that
yeah.
tyranny. Many believed his rule would one day pass to either his daughter, Azula, or his son, Zuko.
Right.
Yeah, Fire Dad was way too ego crazy for that. He drove Azula mad, even though he did clearly favor her. Poor little Zuko.
Come on,
got
bro.
screwed over from the beginning. Can you imagine your dad saying that while your sister was born lucky, you were just lucky to be born? I can't
Damn.
imagine my dad saying
I remember
anything
when
to
I was
me.
told that.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
right. Well, despite this,
I'm kidding.
Zuko was desperate to prove himself. What a fine work ethic. But he
Yeah.
screwed up by talking out a turn in a big boy meeting. So naturally, his dad took him aside, sat him down, and taught him the importance of respecting others.
No.
Oh, wait, just kidding. He burned his friggin' face off.
Yeah.
Holy shit! With his new scar came a new mission. Zuko would hunt down the elusive Avatar, the one threat to his nation's rule, to prove himself to his father and regain his honor. Which is just a
Makes
nice
sense,
way
yeah.
of saying he was banished so he could never come back. Just like my dad didn't.
Oh.
Though, frankly,
Nope, I'm
Zuko
declining
did have
that.
the talent and training he needed to capture someone even as
Sorry about
powerful
that.
as the Avatar. Damn right, he's a fighting pro. The dude's strong enough to shatter metal chains with a kick. He's super
Damn.
skilled with martial arts, dual swords, and, oh yeah, firebending. As a
Yep.
firebender, Zuko harnesses the light of the sun to summon flames from
A lot of
within
different
air.
techniques.
Wherever fire remains a light in an area that's not too cold, he can manipulate or
An
bend
area
it
that's not
to
too
his will.
cold.
I mean, if I had to pick between swirling water around,
I mean, Todoroki
tossing
could
a
mess
few
that
rocks,
up.
or farting hot air all the time, I would definitely go with firebending. It literally means you're a living flamethrower.
Yeah.
Plus, it's surprising surprisingly versatile.
You can generate the fire as opposed to just control it.
Moving flames. Firebending can be used to heat objects, melt through ice prisons, and even defy gravity.
Wow, that was a lot of ice he melted too.
Awesome. How does that even work?
Well, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
Yes.
Newton's third law.
Exactly.
Creating a rapid series of explosions an inch or so away from the palm, the air in between the hand and fire is launched toward the user, thereby creating propulsion.
Yeah, firebending isn't just about
that's pretty
creating
cool.
fire. It's about creating a bunch of it. So Zuko can make large, long-lasting walls of flame to protect himself and keep enemies at a
Long-lasting, yeah.
distance. That stuff's hot, you know.
But I just don't think it's to the same
yeah,
degree as Todoroki in terms of how much he can create all at
I've actually
once.
rigged up my arm to replicate the technique
Could be wrong.
of firebending. Dummy. If you
Dummy!
Another test. How thrilling.
Now, this isn't as simple as just pointing and shooting. Firebenders
I feel bad
fuel
for
their
Dummy,
flames
but
with their own
I like him.
breath. And using it at all requires a fierce understanding of martial arts.
What are you trying
Do you
to do?
have that?
Arena?
Zuko's favorite form, the dancing dragon, draws primarily from northern Shaolin Kung Fu.
They're making
That's
more
a
fun of
Chinese
Wiz. They're
martial
making fun of
art that's all
Wiz
about
more
agility,
in these
fight stances,
episodes.
and aggressive
These more
attacks.
recent
A
ones.
perfect mix of speed and strength.
Like this. Whoa!
Wiz, why?
Ha ha ha.
Dummy's happy someone else got
Anyway,
burned.
the fire that benders like Zuko can generate is
I
extremely
mean, it kinda
hot,
worked.
capable of melting through a cast iron door hot. This would need to be over 1200 degrees Celsius.
Wow.
And while Susan's
Over
comet
2,000
was
degrees
boosting his
Fahrenheit.
powers, Zuko's uncle Iroh blasted apart the giant outer wall of Ba Sing Se. There is no war in Ba Sing Se until Iroh comes a knocking.
Yep.
I mean, that's like the thickest wall I've ever seen. Second only to the emotional walls between me and my dad.
Even without
Aw.
Susan's comet, which only appears once every 100 years, Zuko has more than enough firepower to level a building. That's no laughing matter for any
So are
person.
they including the comet?
He's even quick enough to catch lightning.
I don't
and
know
use
what they're
his
talking
fire
about with the
powers to
comet.
redirect it
I don't know.
wherever he wants it to go. Kapow! Suck it, Dad. Oh shoot! Wait, did he just shoot his dad with lightning?
Zuko's
So he can
quest for the
redirect it, but he
Avatar led
can't
him down a
generate it
different path
himself.
than he expected. Inspired by his kind uncle and the Avatar himself, he joined the heroes on a new journey, one of self-discovery.
Hell yeah.
It turns out he didn't need his dad's approval after all. He just needed to approve himself. Now that's character
Good.
development.
Zuko's
Hell
definitely
yeah.
had a heated redemption arc, and now that he's the Fire Daddy, Lord,
Daddy?
Lord, his honor
Dude.
keeps burning brighter.
Are you crushing on Zuko?
What? No.
Yeah, you are. It's okay, Wiz. Everybody does.
Everybody does.
Zuko here.
Okay, that was kind of fast, it felt.
Welcome to a
Maybe it
world
wasn't that
where
fast,
the
I don't know.
supernatural is natural, where more than 80% of the population possesses
So what'd they say? They talked
superhuman
about, like-
abilities known as quirks.
I know about
And
some of
because
this, like the whole
everyone
quirks,
loves a game
superhero
of
school and
system,
everything.
There's a superhero leaderboard.
But, like,
At
what'd they
the
talk about
very
with the
top
comet,
of
he
it
could level a
stands the
building?
ultimate hero,
Is that what they said?
All Might.
All Might's feats
I don't
and
know, they didn't give too many
reputation were
numbers.
incredible, a true symbol of peace for everyone. That is,
Yeah,
everyone except the
so
hero
inspiring.
perpetually stuck at rank number 2.
That's
Endeavor,
Endeavor.
yeah,
And he
okay,
vowed to
I thought so.
surpass All Might, but his literal firepower was just never enough.
But if he couldn't do it himself, he would vicariously through his own heir. Thus, he made the desperate decision to arrange a quirk marriage.
Basically,
Right.
he paid a family off to get a wife with an ice quirk and popped out kids until he got the right quirk combo. Gross.
Jeez.
Like I need a shower.
I don't know if I knew about
After
that.
4 attempts, they finally spawned the child he was looking for.
Wow,
Shoto
okay.
Todoroki.
Half cold, half hot. Literally. Right
Yep.
side's ice like his mom, and left side's fire like his dad.
Endeavor quickly separated young Todoroki from his supposedly lesser siblings, ruthlessly training him to become the most powerful hero in history.
Wow.
Surprise! Things didn't
Vaguely
go
reminds
so
me of
well.
Umbrella Academy,
He drove
actually.
Shoto's mom totally insane until she broke.
And she spilled the,
Pouring
yep.
boiling water on her son's left side, because it reminded her too much of him.
Okay, this is getting super heavy for a colorful cartoon about superpowers and frog people.
Todoroki
I mean,
never
yeah.
truly fell for his father's disgusting manipulation. He attended UA High School, a hero
UA.
academy, and worked to use his power for good.
But just his mom's power. Why use fire when you can stick
Yeah,
it
he
to the
focuses a
man?
lot more
The
on
man
ice, but he
being,
can still use
big,
fire.
Scary fire dad over there. Anyone else notice his facial hair is made of fire?
Yep.
How does that work?
From his right side,
Because he's just
Todoroki
that-
can summon intense
just that
bouts
hot.
of cold, freezing the air or even creating massive glaciers of ice.
Huge amount of
Talk
ice.
about overkill. And like a good edgy teen, Shoto named this super iceberg something badass. Heaven-piercing ice wall.
Heaven-piercing ice wall.
Oh, you can just taste the self-loathing.
He can create sheets of ice to slide on or propel himself forward as if riding a Healy. While he can't manipulate the ice after he's launched it, he
Right.
has extremely precise control over its initial release.
Yeah.
He can even freeze
So he can
opponents
propel himself
so
too, that's
thoroughly
cool.
that they are frozen both inside and out, effortlessly causing necrosis and
Oh, wow.
shattering body parts.
So if he gets up
Seriously,
close, he
that's
could
so
be a real
dark.
threat too.
It's chilling. Talk about having a cold shoulder.
But Todoroki has a problem. While he is highly resistant
Oh, crap. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, 1 second.
effortlessly causing necrosis and
All right, I'm back.
shattering
Sorry about
body
that.
parts.
Seriously, that's so
We're about
dark.
where we were,
It's
right?
chilling.
Something like that? Close?
Talk about having a cold
Yeah.
shoulder.
But Todoroki has a problem. While he is highly resistant to cold, he's not immune.
Here I am. Guess I'll die.
I see.
Oh, I won't be needing you.
Enjoy.
Casting too much ice from his right side will cause his body temperature to drop until he falls unconscious.
Yeah.
Frostbite.
You knew about that,
It
yeah.
takes freezing an entire building before side effects even start to show up. So it's not all.
So, oh, jeez.
Why'd you even make
So he's
that
like real
stupid
building level right
robot?
off the bat, you know?
That's why Endeavor chose to mix ice with fire. See, he had the same problem with his own fire quirk.
I see.
But with cold and hot combined, they could counter each other's weaknesses.
Exactly.
Thankfully, Shoto met a friend who helped show him that his fire wasn't his father's. It was his own. You tell him, Deku. Finally, the full power of Icy Hot was unleashed. You think he could...
Like, look at all of that.
Just hurts from carrying
That's just
the
so
show.
over the top.
He's much less proficient with fire given his lack of experience with it. This half of his quirk is identical to Endeavor's.
Yes.
His fire is hot enough to melt Tetsu Tetsu, whose body can turn to steel, which means it can reach temperatures over 1600 degrees.
That's
He can
hotter
blast fire
than
like
what
a
they said for
raging
Zuko.
inferno, form walls of flame to block off areas, and use his Evil Dad's signature technique, flash fire.
Flash
Fire
fire,
is a
yeah.
method of compressing flame under super hot temperatures before releasing it in a single strike. Endeavor can also shape his fire, use it to cling to walls, and fly.
But even if he
So he
is
can
a
propel
huge
himself,
dick,
yeah.
Endeavor was kinda right. Fire and ice combined put both quirks at their best. Shoto's one of the best in his class, taking hits from a tank like Deku, fighting top-tier foes
Yeah.
like Stain, and keeping up with classmates like Bakugo and Tokoyami, who can block Kaminari's electricity.
And while he's often
Yeah.
criticized for relying too much on his quirk, Todoroki is incredibly smart and a quick thinker, reading and setting traps for his opponents in the blink of an eye.
And after all that
He's just so
craziness,
fast with
he
his
finally
attacks, you
patched
know?
things up with his mom, and somehow even inspired his dad to try and be a better person. What a nice story.
Boomstick, I'm so sorry. This
This
keeps coming up. I'm so sorry.
Perfect.
Well on his way to becoming a successful hero, Shoto Todoroki no longer fights in spite of his father, but for himself and the sake of others.
Good.
I wanted to. I'll be a hero.
Good on you, bro.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death
Okay,
battle!
gonna pause it right there. Okay, so talking about this, it sounds like Todoroki's gonna win. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something because it's like, I don't know. It sounds like Todoroki just has a lot going for him. And they brought up some stuff like the whole, like, his fire is hotter. He can freeze a skyscraper in seconds, it said, like, on the side. And Zuko, like, I'm not sure if I'm mixing and matching things, but I think they said that with Sozin's Comet in play, Zuko could freeze a building, or not freeze, I'm sorry. He could like level a building with his fire, you know what I mean? But they still didn't really make it clear whether or not they were including Sozin's Comet in the analysis, like if they were actually going to have that come into play. So I don't really know what's going on there, but they said that Todoroki's fire is hotter. Again, like with the whole just explosion of fire in the arena and everything like that, just visually, it looks like he can just create more fire quicker and more ice quicker. And I mean, he could give himself frostbite, but he knows that, right? It's not like he's not going to use, fire, because he just likes ice more, he knows his own weakness. He's not just going to let that, be the end of him, And then there's also the whole thing, like, you know, Zuko needs an environment that's warm enough, or like that's not too cold. And again, we've seen how much ice that Todoroki can make at one time, and so fast, you know? Like, I feel like I'm trying to think, like, what would they say if Zuko wins? Like, if I'm trying to reason it out. They would probably talk about the whole martial artist thing. They would probably talk about, you know, how he's more versatile with his fire after he casts it, because, like, well, they said that Todoroki doesn't have control over his ice after he shoots it. Does he have control over his fire? Because it seems like Zuko can do a lot with that, you know? But I can't think of too many other things that are in Zuko's favor. They talked about reacting to Kaminari's electricity, and, you know, like, electricity that goes through an electrical current is actually faster than the step leader of lightning. So I don't know if they're going to look at that later. But they even talked about how his fire is hotter. It just looks like Todoroki's going to win. I could be completely wrong, and it feels like so much is in his favor that it almost feels like they're holding back information, or that I'm missing something. I don't know. I'm a little worried, but I'm going to say that Todoroki is going to win. Could be wrong, but anyway, let's get on with it. I'm excited for the fight. If Zuko wins, I will be surprised, but I'm sure they could explain it. I just can't see it right now. And I would like the battle to start. I'm just gonna wait until we get there. Okay, we're here. Who's that? Is that Zuko? Okay, I thought so. The music felt very Avatar. So he just, like, redirected the fire.
You'll pay for that.
Yo, Smokey would kick your asses if he saw this.
Not anymore.
Your actions say otherwise.
Okay, there's kind of a story. I can roll with it.
Fire, like my father. I'll prove
Yeah.
I'm better than both of you.
Man, they're holding in a lot of pain. Seems like Zuko might be the more developed character, which is kind of understandable.
Melting under pressure.
But I still like both of them. Of course, you have to have that fire clash in there somewhere.
Like me.
Yeah. So much fire. Natsu would love this. Jeez. Yeah, of course. Is he gonna propel himself with fire? It's so foggy, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're both very fast. Oh. Oh! My cabbages!
No, my cabbages.
They did that with Aang as well.
Intended to finish you with fire.
That was great.
Could obviously block it, but not this.
Oh.
It's over.
Is it? Oh boy. Jeez, he can melt all that ice? Oh no.
I don't care how much power you have.
Todoroki might be in
I know who
trouble.
I am. I will win.
Then I'll have to go beyond.
Oh my god. Oh! Oh, he's got him pinned! But geez, he's on the brink of death.
I will win this for my honor.
Oh god, I have no idea who's gonna win. Oh, that was an awesome shot. Oh! Oh! Oh my god.
Apologies.
Dude, my heart is beating so fast.
Talk about cool as hell. That was epic.
Holy crap.
Grieving here. Both Todoroki and Zuko held solid advantages over the other. Zuko's martial arts, athleticism, and lightning-fast reflexes meant that if he could get close to Todoroki, he could likely end the fight pretty quick.
Yeah.
But Shoto's no slouch. The guy may be better at long range, but he's been in scraps before. Like with the super fast, super deadly hero killer Stain.
That's
and with
fair.
all that ice popping up everywhere and his own super sliding and boosting skills, Shoto made it hard for Zuko to get close for long.
Yeah.
Plus, the speed difference wasn't all that drastic. Todoroki's fellow student Tokoyami's Dark Shadow blocked Kaminari's electricity after it had been fired.
Right.
Bursts are not magic, and there are very few ways for electricity to travel through the air. Lightning is essentially an ionized path that electricity travels through. Kaminari's quirk must use the same method.
Dark Shadow
I
blocks
see.
Kaminari. Bakugo
So they're the
dodged Dark
same,
Shadow,
essentially.
And Todoroki can match Bakugo in a fight. Bada bing, bada boom. That's lightning fast reflexes, baby.
While Zuko
More or
certainly
less,
had
yeah.
more control over fire, Todoroki could easily repel his firebending with his own flames. Not to mention the clear difference in temperature.
Yeah.
Zuko may be skilled with fire, but he's not immune to it. Nor did he have any reliable counter for fast and massive ice attacks.
Exactly.
We don't even need to bust out the calculator for this one, Wiz. That stadium is
Yes, do
circled
it.
by a 4-kilometer track. That's huge. And the edgy ice wall covered almost half of it in less than a second. Zuko didn't
Exactly,
have
the
that kind of power spread.
Yes, I know fire melts ice, but not instantly when it comes to gigantic glaciers.
I know,
Plus,
yeah.
firebending becomes much more difficult in cold temperatures.
Yep.
Sure, Zuko's melted through
Happy I
ice
picked up on that.
but only ones where he could still move or at least breathe. Remember, firebending requires breath and movement. When Azula was trapped in an ice prison so compact she couldn't move or breathe, she was helpless.
But like, Shoto could just freeze over Zuko's insides.
Yeah, I forgot to
No
bring
way
that
he
up, but
survived
yeah.
that.
Zuko might have been an admirable bender and adorable fan favorite, but Todoroki's overwhelming ice, versatile defense, and incredible power were just too much to handle.
So,
Zuko
okay.
aimed for
I gotta
success,
pretty much
but
bang
his
on.
opponent Shoto put him on ice.
The winner
He was
is
so
Shoto
upset.
Todoroki.
Nice. Okay, I gotta pretty much bang on. I was just so nervous because it seemed like it was always, like, it seemed like it was too far in his favor, that there was gonna be some sort of reveal. Okay, who's next? Let's see who's next. Next time. Flash? And Sonic? Oh, is that Archie Sonic? Wally West versus Archie Sonic. What? Oh my god. Okay, I don't think anything's gonna happen here because sometimes Rooster Teeth moves it away. Oh my god. I did not expect that at all. Archie's, they're actually bringing it. Oh my, okay, you know what? Can I pause this ad or something? What the hell is even going on? Okay, just, I did not expect them to bring Archie Sonic into Death Battle. And we're having another Flash. We're having a Wally West Flash. The Wally West Flash, because Barry Allen fought Quicksilver. We're just going to pause that right there. Barry Allen fought Quicksilver. Sorry, I'm so speechless right now. This is going to be an insane fight. Holy crap. Wally West and Archie Sonic are absolute powerhouses. And they have so much versatility, too. Like, this is a fight that's been talked about for a long time, but I never expected Death Battle to actually do it. I never expected them to actually go into, like, a non-canon version of Sonic, you know, versus, like, just the other Flash, you know? What are they going to call it? Are they going to call it Wally West versus Archie Sonic? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that's going to be a tough fight. I'm going to make a prediction for it, but holy crap. That's going to be a tough fight to analyze. I have no idea where to even begin with that one. I'm sorry, I'm really speechless right now. I cannot believe they're doing it. I'm really excited. It's I don't know. Anyway, I'll talk about that one like in a prediction or something, but talking about Zuko versus Todoroki. So yeah, the analyses seemed pretty clear cut for me, and I was so nervous because I was like, well, it seems like Todoroki's definitely gonna win. They gotta be holding back some sort of information, right? But no, like, Todoroki actually won, you know, with basically the same reasoning that I came up with. I forgot to bring up the whole freezing inside and out, but there was the whole thing that, you know, cold temperatures weaken Zuko, the fire is hotter, the speed of his attacks are faster, and they're around the same in terms of speed. Really, the best reliable advantage that Zuko had was his fighting ability, his up-close fighting ability. Sorry. Which is exactly the same thing that I said in my prediction. So I really have no complaints with the analyses. Everything seems to make sense to me. And yeah, I don't know what else to say too much. The animation was nice. I would have preferred if it was a little longer, but it wasn't too bad, honestly. It was really fun to watch. And I like the whole revelation, like, you're just like me. That was really nice. That was a really nice touch. Because they're both holding in so much pain. But yeah, the animation was fun to watch, and it had me on the edge of my seat for like the entire second half. Like I did not know when the fight was gonna end. They got me like multiple times, like, crap, it's over. And I'm like, crap, it's over now. But it was never over until Todoroki just froze his head apart. So yeah, the animation was fun to watch. The analyses were good. The humor was a little lackluster this time. Like, I know they had attempts, but I didn't really laugh too much, or at least not too hard. But you can't have it. You can't win every time, But ultimately, I thought this was a really fun fight. I learned more about the characters, even though I already knew quite a bit about both of them, after doing research. And yeah, it makes sense to me. This was a pretty good episode. I quite enjoyed it. It makes sense to me. And I hope you guys enjoyed it too, but what did you guys think? Who do you think should have won? Do you agree, or do you think that Zuko should have won? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. A link in the description as well to the original video. Make sure you go check that out. If you could subscribe to this channel as well, that'd be amazing. That would really help the channel out. But no matter what you guys do, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. But that's it for me. I will see all of you guys in the next video. Peace out.